There is some discussion on social media and the news about US Vice President J.D. Vance, a practicing Catholic who disagreed with some US Catholic bishops on the topic of immigration. The Catholic bishops initially made a statement that showed their concern that law enforcement officials could now enter churches and schools to arrest illegal immigrants and cause distress to those families, something they said it was against the common good. The VP attacked the bishops, saying something like, "You receive loads of money from the government and are helping these people. How dare you?" It sparked a small debate, which, unless you're involved in the Catholic clusters of social media like I am, wasn't that noticeable. The debate was about whether is Vance a good or bad representation of Catholics and Catholic converts when it comes to the topic of migration. My answer to that is yes and no. It depends. Religion can shape an answer to a political question, but it is not the sole provider of the conclusion. It is an important factor depending on the person's relationship with their religious deity, institution, and community. However, so is that person's upbringing, their interaction and reactions with their environment and other environment, which may be separate from religion. And a combination of those factors will lead to a variety of opinions. We see that in theologians themselves. Throughout history, you see different people with slight differences in interpretation of the Bible based on their culture of their time and region and interaction with other religions and philosophies. No one is particularly good or bad for that. We are all reflections of our surroundings. That is normal. For me, I agree with the Catholic bishops more than I agree with the Catholic vice president. And I, much like Vance, am a Catholic convert with some fondness for Saint Augustine of Hippo. Continuing on the topic of religion, an Anglican Catholic priest was defrocked, this is, expelled from his religion after making the Sieg Heil gesture at an anti-abortion rally, copying Elon Musk. If this individual knew the disgusting, vile history of Nazis and abortion, their systematic usage of this procedure to reduce the Jewish population and also forbidding it to women who fit the ideal German model so they could have as many children as possible, and seeing how that contradicts the teachings of Christianity, which values life above all else, this person wouldn't have done it at all if he was a proper Christian. Calvin Robinson is his name, and not to brag, he's blocked me on Twitter. I don't know why people block me on Twitter. I'm literally the nicest person on the internet. Judging by the first paragraph of his Wikipedia page, I can see that he's a grifter. He needs some serious soul searching and deep, deep prayers. I don't like secularism much, but I don't like seeing this wave of religious people who are promoted on the media as zealots and intense believers of Christ, supporting and propagating these whack fringe political ideologies that just target people and separate them and in some ways contrast our own Christian values. It really irks me. I know it's idealistic of me to wish and pray for compassion and kindness for our leaders. It's what we Christians are called to do. I've been called futile both online and offline for saying things like this. And what I have to say in response to these comments is that at least I have something to hope for. Hope is an expensive thing in this economy, as I often joke online. And I can afford it because I have faith in Christ, and that's a small thing that carries me through. My most Christian opinion in politics is that our politics should be focused on helping the poor and the families. That's it.